Just beginning, as we always do, a little bit of clearing, cleansing with the smudge. So this morning we're talking about square breathing. Also, you'll hear it called box breathing. The Sanskrit term for this technique is Vritti Pranayama. Some of the benefits that we enjoy from practicing this regularly, and that's one of the foundational things about working with breath control, breath techniques, pranayama techniques, is consistency in practice. So you're going to see the most benefits, the biggest shifts, the most consistent changes when we are consistent with practicing. So consistency for me usually means on a daily basis, if not very close to daily. On occasion, I'll take a day off, but usually I'm practicing pranayama every single day because it is a preparatory practice for me for meditation, and as is so for me, practicing yoga, practicing vinyasa, the asanas, the postures, that's preparation for meditation. Pranayama, breath control, preparation for meditation. All of this I was taught in the studies that I did in the traditional holy science of yoga, that all of these things are designed to help us sit comfortably, purify the body, get energy moving, open the body, make it more flexible, make the spine more flexible so that we can feel very comfortable sitting in meditation for self-reflection and self-study. So that's sort of where I come to from it. So I'm always practicing these things in preparation for sitting for meditation. So some of the benefits of box breathing or square breathing are reduces physical stress symptoms in the body. So it can help with inflammation. So that's one of the ways that the body expresses stress. It also helps with positively affecting our emotions and our mental well-being, increases mental clarity, energy, and focus, and improves future reactions to stress. So it takes us out of that flight or fight reaction in the nervous system and brings us into a place of clarity and receptivity. So that difference between responding and reacting. So it's always, for me, a desire to want to shift from reactivity to responsiveness, because in reactivity, I may not have full access to a quiet and calm mind, which means my choices and how I'm moving may not be for my highest and best, and therefore not for the highest and best of anyone involved. So being able to maintain and cultivate that space of responsiveness, I think, is extraordinarily important and has far-reaching effects in all areas. So any of these practices that we're covering this week are ones that you can safely and regularly practice at home. So with box breathing, you're generally looking at doing it in a certain count. So it's generally done in the way that I was taught, in a count of either 4, 6, 8, or 12. And they call it square breathing or box breathing because the way that I was taught is, in my mind's eye, I'm actually following the outline of a box as I'm breathing. So as I inhale, and we're going to do today a count of 4. We're going to do super basic, very approachable for any beginner. So what we'll do is we're going to inhale across the top of the box for a count of 4. You'll hold the breath down the side for a count of 4. You'll exhale the breath along the bottom for a count of 4, and you'll leave the breath out for a count of 4. All of it is done in and out through the nostrils. And you want the breath to be very relaxed. In the retention, the in-between pieces on either side, right, where you're holding the breath in an expanded state, you want to remain very relaxed and at ease. So noticing if there's any tension in the face, if you're holding tension in the jaw, if the chin is down, you want the shoulders relaxed, the spine long, the face relaxed, everything soft and receptive kind of thing. So taking notice throughout the practice if there's any holding, right? And if we can just kind of let that go. So we'll do a couple of shoulder rolls and just a few preparatory, very, basic, just movement of the spine in preparation for this. So what I notice in my own practice is when I practice square breathing, it takes me into such a place of like surrender and calm and like relaxation and receptivity. I'm just very relaxed. And so it is excellent for people who are experiencing anxiety, right? So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to offer this, because I feel like right now there's a heightened, our environment is really supportive right now of anxiety if you're working with that anyways. And those who don't normally work with it or are dealing with that probably are just a little bit, because of how many outside stressors are showing up as our world shifts and changes and all of this kind of thing. So I thought this might be a really helpful technique to share with you all. Okay, so we're gonna just begin to open up the spine a little bit. So if you're at home, just find a comfortable seat somewhere where you can sit with the spine long. And let's just roll the shoulders back a couple of times. So as you roll your shoulders back, like inhaling, bringing them up, exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together, draw the navel in, and then release. So inhale, roll them up, exhale, squeeze, draw them down, release. Keep the navel engaged. Inhale, draw the shoulders up, squeeze the shoulder blades together, exhale, release. One more time like that. Inhale, draw them up, squeeze behind the heart, draw the navel in and up, and release. Good. So another thing that I'm hearing to do is to do a few shoulder lifts and releases, which I love to do in my classes because it helps to just give permission for energy to release. So much of these things I put in the category of energetic hygiene. Like, how do I keep my energy clear, flowing in a positive way, keep me feeling open and cleansed and light, okay? And so right now, of course, I feel like more even than usual of a need for doing that. So we'll draw the shoulders up towards the ears, squeeze them up, and then as you exhale, let the breath out, make some sound, ha, and drop. So we'll draw the shoulders up, exhale, release, ha, inhale, up, exhale, release. Two more. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Last one. Good. Turn the head side to side. Keep the chin parallel to the floor. I've been doing some work recently with an amazing chiropractor who is helping me to heal some injuries I didn't know I had to my spine. So I don't have as much of a range of motion as I usually do because I'm definitely feeling that work that I'm doing. So then we'll look up and down. So I'm being very mindful of how I'm moving just because of where my body is right now. Inhaling, looking up and down. So those of you who are doing chiropractic work out there, If you don't have someone that is doing like taking x-rays and showing them to you and going over that, that's something I would request if it's available to you, because it is eye-opening. Just on a side note, just putting that out there. And if you need a good referral, let me know, because I have an amazing one in Greensboro. He's incredible. So anyways, just side note there. Okay, so let's do a couple of seated cat and cow. So you're just rocking the spine, opening it up. This is just a few preparatory movements to help prepare the body to breathe fully. So we're, engaging and flexing the spine. We'll do a couple of side opening as well to create more space for the lungs. So let's just do a couple more of these. Super basic. Good. All right, so last ones, we'll take the right arm up and over and just side bend. Now notice that I'm opening and rotating my ribs. So my low ribs, which are my left ribs, I'm rotating up, reaching that right arm up and over, ground down through the right sit bone, look up and under. Big inhale here as you breathe through the whole right side of the body, opening up the intercostals. So you're creating more space so that the lungs can find more breath, okay? So big breath here, shoulder down the back of the body. Good, exhale, release. We'll go over to the other side. So now I'm grounding my right hand, lifting the left arm up. This is a tighter side for me. I'm gonna, again, rotate those ribs, looking up and underneath that extended arm. Big inhale, so I'm feeling that work that I've been doing. So for me, I might even look forward because of how the cervical spine is feeling. Big inhale, extend, and then exhale, come back. Let's go one more time. Inhale, over to the left, and then up and over. Inhale, over to the right. All right, I lied. We're going to do it one more time. Good. Last one here, and then up and over. Good. All right, roll the shoulders again, shake out the hands. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Two more like that. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And last one. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Good. Roll the shoulders down the back of the body, draw the navel in and up, grow tall through the crown of the head, draw the chin in slightly, and we'll begin here in just a moment. So I always like to call in and on all of my support, so I like to acknowledge and point to that anytime we're doing a practice together. So calling in and on all of my spiritual support, so ancestors and guides, calling in all 7 of the directions, honoring and welcoming the wisdom and energy and teachings, and welcoming and honoring the energy of the soil and the land upon which I live, honoring and welcoming that energy. And then I want to actually welcome in the wisdom of this particular breath technique. So there have been many who have done this before us, and there is collective knowing or wisdom held in that. And so I like to welcome in and honor that as well. All right, so let's take an inhale through the nostrils and exhale through the nostrils. One more like that. Inhale through the nostrils and exhale through the nostrils. Last one. Inhale through the nostrils and exhale. Good. Now we're going to begin the square breathing. Inhale through the nostrils for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave the breath out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale through the nostrils for 4. Leave the breath out for 4. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. And leave the breath out for 4. Inhale 4. Hold for 4. Exhale 4. Leave the breath out for 4. Keep going like that on your own. If this is too easy and you wish to challenge yourself a little bit, then take it up to a count of 6. Try to maintain a sense of feeling very relaxed and comfortable, soft in the face, relaxed in the jaw. Concentrate on your breath. Notice the tendency if the mind likes to wander off, no problem. Just gently redirect it back to the breath, back to the counting, back to the box. Let's do one more round. Let the technique go. Let the breath return to its natural pace and rhythm. Now sit for a few moments quietly and in stillness and witness any subtle shifts or changes that you might notice from when you began the practice. Last breath like this. Good. As you're ready, without rushing, you can begin to blink the eyes, coming back into the room, coming back into the body. Move a little bit, rest the knees if you need to. So that is the basic square or box breathing technique. Again, the Sanskrit term for this particular practice is Vritti Pranayama. And this is one of the techniques that I really like to offer in classes when I'm bringing people into Shavasana or corpse position. So after we've done our asana practice and we've moved the body and flexed and opened the spine and strengthened our connective tissue and, the muscles and all of that kind of wonderful stuff, then I might take people into box breathing, because some people, the most challenging pose for them in their yoga practice is corpse pose or Shavasana, because the activity of the mind, immediately going into a place of like, what's next? What do I have to do? Just that whole, sort of active mind situation. And I find that people are very receptive to doing square breathing and then going into relaxation. This is also a technique for those of you who are working at home with shamanic dream journeying, and expanding your ability to travel in states of consciousness and opening yourself up to states of consciousness. This is also, I find, to be a very beneficial technique for preparation for dreaming or dream journeying. So there are some other techniques that will accelerate your experience with dream journeying, but this is a great just preparatory one to clear the mind and open yourself up to any intentions or requests that you have as you're calling in information, maybe around questions or whatever. And maybe next week, I'll have to sit with that, because I'm kind of hearing that perhaps I'll do some instruction or some introductory information about dream journeying and shamanic journeying and talk a little bit about that. So I'll sit with that and see if that's what wants to come forward. So any of you who have questions, comments, feedback, I'm very receptive to all of that. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm continuing to do healing sessions via Zoom by donation right now. I'm just going to continue to do that until I hear otherwise. Those who have reached out to me about doing healing sessions in person, I'm just honoring where we are with that. And so if that speaks to you, let me know. But I am charging full price for in-person sessions, and you can check out my website or reach out to me, whatever. And I'm continuing to make drums. I mean, I'm literally surrounded by drums, which is so exciting. So if you're feeling the call to that, let me know. I'm doing Reiki trainings. I've got one on Friday. I'm doing a Reiki 2 training on Friday. So anyways, all of the things are available, and I'm here to be of support and to answer questions and anything else that I can do to support you. Oh yeah, tonight, Inner Guide Flow, 6 to 7:15 via Zoom. There's a link on the Facebook page. Please join me. That's by donation as well. So I hope you all have a beautiful day, and that you're finding time to connect to what's meaningful for you, taking time in nature, connecting to your breath, and, kind of turning off the static of everything that's going on, at least for periods of time, so that you can, dive underneath a bit. So anyways, I'm sending so much love and light to you all, and also compassionate courage for navigating the more shadowy aspects of our experience right now. There's a lot to be learned here. So much love, and I will see you all on Friday, the same time, and we'll be going over Kapalabhati Pranayama, which is skull shining breath. A little bit more challenging, but an amazing technique to have in your personal breathwork practice. So yeah, please join me and we'll go through that together. Okay, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.